welcome to Bill's English. Today we're going to talk about the difference between simple past versus present perfect. This is very complicated, but hopefully you'll get a better idea once this is all done. So which do you use? Should you say, I gave her a flower or I've given her a flower? Well, it depends on the context. It's context that helps you decide. So what is it? You know, your language might use adverbs to express the same idea. You might say something like this. These are both not grammatical sentences, but in English, you know, maybe you want to say something like this. So, she is still a good friend of mine for a long time, or he is still my teacher for 2 semesters. My students say a lot of this, and sometimes I wonder, like, what do you mean? It sounds really awkward. Actually, in English, we can do the same thing, but with tense. So we actually have the present perfect. So, she has been my friend for a long time, or he has been my teacher for 2 semesters. We don't need to use adverbs or some kind of phrase to tell people what it is. We have it right there. It's in the tense. So, he has been my teacher for 2 semesters. So, simple past is when, you know, there's this thing that happened in the past, and then now you have a question like this: what did you buy her for her birthday? I gave her a flower. So it's a specific time. It's something talking about in the past that was done, completed, and now they're talking about it in the future. Present perfect is, you know, I have given her flowers. What will you buy her for her birthday? I don't know. You could get her flowers. I have given her flowers. That won't be special enough. He wants a new idea. So he's talking about something he's already done. It's been done. He needs a new idea. So he's saying, I have given her flowers. That won't be special enough. So he's talking about something he has experience with. Before this conversation, he gave her flowers for a previous birthday. This is important because he wants to pick a new gift. So that's why it's important about what he has done. You know, present perfect. You should use present perfect in this situation. When it happened is not important. And the fact that it happened before is important. I'll give you an example. So, you could get her flowers. I've given her flowers. That won't be special enough. In this case, before this conversation, he gave her flowers for a previous birthday. And this is important because he wants to pick a new gift. It also depends on what is important. Is the action important? Then use, I gave her a flower. Is the experience of the act important? Then use, I have given her a flower. So he's remembering, you know, oh, I have given her a flower. Okay? This is a case where you would use simple past. You ask the person, did you cut hair yesterday? You just want to know what they did yesterday. Specifically, yesterday. What did they do? No, I didn't. I was sick yesterday. That would be an appropriate answer. He wants to know what she did yesterday. Now with present perfect, the information you want is very different. Have you cut hair before? He wants to know, is he the first person she's ever cut, or, you know, does she know what she's doing? You know, she says, no, you're my first haircut. And then he goes, oh no, I'm getting a terrible haircut. Okay, this is about experience. He wants to know about her experience cutting hair. So he says, have you cut hair before? That's what he's asking. So, I'll give you another example. You know, when did you come to Saudi Arabia? Man, I've lived in Saudi Arabia my whole life. So he's very surprised that he would ask such a silly question, because they're friends. These guys are tight. So, he says, you know, I have lived in Saudi Arabia my whole life. Now, later in Seattle, he's not in Saudi Arabia anymore. How long did you live in Saudi Arabia? It's about simple past. I lived in Saudi Arabia until last year when I moved to Seattle. In this case, he's taking a cookie and you want to ask a question. Did you eat a cookie? You want to know about a specific cookie. Simple past, because it was a specific cookie. A specific cookie, a specific time. Did you eat a cookie? Tell us, was it good? No comment, no comment. He's very busy. He doesn't have time to answer your questions. So hopefully you have a better idea about simple past and present perfect, and the examples were helpful to you. If you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, click here. And if you'd like to visit my blog, you can click here. And thank you very much for listening. Have a good one, and good luck out there.